Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about those funny Roblox protest ideas because I've been meaning to make a video about these. Now, maybe you guys haven't heard of these, but if you watch Creekcraft's channel, I think a few other YouTubers have talked about it as well. You may have heard of this, the Roblox blackout. Now, this was something that was posted on the Roblox developer forum back at the start of January, so quite a while ago, right? Almost 2 months. And it was posted by this Roblox user called Chris, and they were pretty much saying because they were so upset with the Roblox platform and how things were going and the chat restriction updates and everything like that and all of those types of things, they came up with this idea for developers to all shut down their games on the same day, so basically make them unlisted and private, whatever you want to call it, in hopes to get Roblox's attention so they stop treating their users terribly. So as you can see here, they've said Roblox is refusing the input of all us developers, but not just us developers, the players too. Roblox is ignoring the people that let it exist. The only reason they can function as a company is because of us, and because of this I propose a blackout. So it was a pretty interesting idea, and as I said, like a few YouTubers were talking about this, so it didn't have zero publicity, but it didn't have enough to really become anything or make a difference. And also I think the idea here of asking developers to shut down their games for a week on March 1st is obviously just not gonna happen. Actually, at the time of recording this video, it's March 5th, and as you can probably tell, yeah, no developers shut down their games for a week. Actually, I don't believe one single developer listened to this developer forum post and actually agreed with it and decided to put their game offline. And I can't really blame them. That's like the same as somebody asking me to private my YouTube videos. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not gonna happen. I rely on these for an income. Even though YouTube does have the habit of messing about its creators, I'm not suddenly gonna private my flipping videos that I spend hours editing every day. So as you can probably tell, it wasn't really a big shock that this absolutely failed and didn't work at all. But I was reading through it and the idea wasn't bad because, let's be honest, Roblox has been messing us about a lot, not only because of the chat update, so many things. Honestly, the list of problems of Roblox right now is kind of crazy. The classic face replacements, old games getting closed, RDC database breaches, the Roblox predator problem. Of course, they've been sending cease and desists to people like Schlep. Roblox only really care about investors. We've got the IP enforcement ban issues. The list goes on and on and on. Honestly, there is so many problems with Roblox in 2026. If I listed them all, the video would be very long. So I think this guy is onto something. Like, something like this does kind of need to happen, even though, let's be honest, trying to pull something like this off is almost impossible because developers are not going to want to take down their games. The only way to go about this and actually kind of make a little bit of an impact would be to simply stop playing Roblox. Yeah, it would come down to us, the players, the daily active users as Roblox calls us. We would literally have to stop playing Roblox for a weekend or maybe even a week. We would also have to stop purchasing Robux, stop buying accessories, game passes, all of that kind of stuff. And I don't want this to like hurt creators or negatively affect developers in any way, but that's kind of the only way to get Roblox to listen. You literally have to quit. And then of course we've got the other issue. Roblox's player base is massively built up of little kids, right? The iPad kids, as we like to call them. How on earth would we communicate something like this across to them? Like, could you imagine telling like an 8-year-old that they can't play Still a Brain Rot on their iPad for the entire weekend because we're doing a protest? They're not going to want to listen to that, and I can't really blame them. So setting up something like this, even though I would kind of like to see what would happen, it would be incredibly difficult, and honestly, I don't think Roblox would really care too much. They are a $1 billion company after all. You have got to remember that. I don't know if you guys will remember this, but us YouTubers used to do a similar thing with YouTube. This was mostly a thing back in 2019, and we had a small little protest called Dead Upload Day, pretty much because the copyright regulations on YouTube was so terrible, and also because videos getting demonetized and age restricted was just so common and frustrating. You know, you'd spend hours and hours making a video, you'd upload it, and you wouldn't even earn like 1 penny. So creators got so angry with YouTube that a few big YouTubers organized Dead Upload Days. I don't know if I'll be able to find any screenshots for this, but I'll have a look. And certain days in 2019, just a lot of YouTubers wouldn't upload videos, especially like the bigger YouTubers, right? I don't really know if this had an impact on YouTube. I don't really know if they cared too much, but here we are in 2026 and things are a lot better. Touch wood. I very rarely get demonetized on videos now. Maybe only like 2 or 3 videos a year out of like hundreds of uploads. So yeah, maybe it kind of worked. Maybe it didn't. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, right? But what I'm trying to say is it would be even more difficult difficult on Roblox, but I would still be curious to see how it would play out and what would happen. So if you guys would like something like this to happen, please let me know down below in the comments. Us YouTubers could play different games, we could just not upload at all, we could just completely ignore Roblox for a day or a weekend or a week. I don't know, but I do know if we get all of us YouTubers on board, we can definitely organize something. As I said, I don't know what would happen, if Roblox would even care, would they even take notice? Probably not, but I feel like it's one of those things that might just be worth trying, just to see what happens, right? It would be pretty interesting. I will say though, a lot of us are not just solely mad at Roblox alone. Quite a few of Roblox players are also disappointed with the community side of things. I know a lot of YouTubers, including myself, have sort of made efforts to like distance themselves a little bit, and pretty much what that means is not really using Twitter anymore, not uploading a lot of videos, you know, just kind of like chilling out a bit, not going crazy, not letting Roblox be like a massive part of your life. Maybe that is a part of getting older, because you know, a lot of us YouTubers are not teenagers anymore. We're like in our mid to late 20s, so maybe we're sick and tired of things. But yes, as I have said in videos before, the Roblox community has always been like very weird. There's a lot of like very evil people or toxic people, strange predators, that kind of stuff. So after a while, it just gets a bit too much and you've just got to kind of, you know, distance yourself a bit. Oh, what? The more I read into this guy was saying it was about the team create changes, not necessarily the entire chat. I will admit the team create changes were really stupid, because yeah, that shouldn't need to be a safety feature. But I think this guy's kind of like overestimated how popular that feature is. Like, a lot of people I know don't even use it. It's only one of those things you use if you're a developer, right? Which I guess is why this guy's trying to, you know, convince developers to take their games offline. But again, it's just not gonna work, let's be honest. Yeah, you can't tell people what to do with this kind of stuff. You can't really force people to take game passes and games down. It's just way too much. If we were to do this properly, like seriously, it would have to be a community effort, and it would have to be something very simple and problem free. Like I was saying earlier in the video, just not logging in. That's like the best sort of protest idea that I can think of. And of course, if you're a developer or a YouTuber or whatever, you can spend your time doing something else. Like us YouTubers could make videos on random stuff. I would love to see how the STARS program would react to that as well, if we all just started playing like random games that were nothing to do with Roblox. Now I think about it, they did scrap our star codes, right? So maybe they wouldn't even care. I'll tell you what guys, let me put in some footage right now from a different game. This is Resident Evil 4, like the original version on the PC. I love this game. It's really old, but it's so iconic. It's still insanely fun to play. We could play games like this, Minecraft, Fortnite, like it could be anything, right? While you guys are watching this random gameplay, there was also another Roblox protest. Now this one is from a guy called Anon or Anon, I don't quite know how you pronounce that name, but he has said Operation Delete Roblox. Now I'm gonna have to censor myself a little bit here because of YouTube, but he said Roblox banned someone from getting horrible people on Roblox arrested. Obviously he's talking about Schlep. Roblox is literally protecting terrible, awful people. That is not acceptable. If you have the game, delete it. If they ask why, say nonsense. Tell everyone. The consumer holds the power over companies. Together we can end companies that protect horrible people. That transcends politics and everything else. A social platform like Roblox should be protecting the children that play their game, not the vile people. Their target demographic is children. Protecting them from terrible people should be priority number one. So you get the idea. Another protest. This one doesn't have a date. This guy's just telling everyone that sees his tweet to just straight up uninstall Roblox, delete it, stop playing the game, which again is quite a bold statement and quite a difficult thing to get people to do, especially if they've invested a lot of money into the platform. I know a lot of people also make money from Roblox. A lot of people rely on Roblox for an income, so getting them to just uninstall the game one day and never play again would be pretty difficult. Yeah guys, I really think if we were to go about this, we would have to set up a weekend where just all of us don't play. I think that would make the most sense. That is something that all of us could try. So if you want to see that happen, please let me know and I will talk to my YouTuber friends and I will try and figure something out. We'll try to come up with something. I really don't know if this will go anywhere. Obviously, if it's just me trying to start this, I'm just not going to bother because it's not going to work. It really needs to be a team effort thing where it's organized by many YouTubers with hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers, right? Because they've got influence. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. The current protest things, as we saw, they're not really working. So maybe we can start something that does. And yeah, we'll see.